All right, guys, here we are, Sunday, March 28th, 2021, coming to you from the Pequotsepos property, Avalonia property that connects up with the nature center. Eddie's checking out the whirlpool here. This property, the Pequotsepos Preserve, connects up with the Denison Pequotsepos Nature Center, but it is an Avalonia property where I'm at. I'm actually standing on one of at least two stone bridges here. This was a strategy used by farmers to span brooks and streams on properties. These are, you can find these at different places around our area, but they're pretty cool. They're large, flat stone that are laid across little spans, creating a bridge. You can see over here, it's actually that's actually quarried rock from a quarry here on the Pequotsepos Preserve, which maybe I'll get to. I'm not sure if I'm going to go all the way over there, but with making this video anyways, we're going over there, but I don't know if I'm going to make a video of that all the way over there. But you can see this with all the rain that we had on Sunday morning. It's all sucking underneath the bridge, creating, this is sort of a bottleneck spot, which then is forcing the water back and creating kind of a spillover effect into different areas. So the water's coming through. This is the Pequotsepos Brook. This actually works its way through the property and eventually empties out into Fisher's Island Sound. Here, you can see it's really rocking and rolling through here. Take it easy there, brother. Eddie's trying to go in the water here. See, it's really shooting through, bubbling through. Kind of cool. Actually, that creates not too serious of an eddy, but you can see right over here to the right, there's like a little bit of a back flow to the water. That's actually an eddy. That's actually where we got my dog's name. Those are, on big river systems, those are actually very dangerous spots. You can get stuck in them if you're rafting or kayaking or paddleboarding, whatever. So something to know about the water. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys these stone bridges because this was a strategy that was used here. Rather than just the dedicated flat stones, there are quarried stone. Let me see if I can get across this. This is actually one of the Hike Stonington property pieces here. Just to give you an idea of the location. You can see it flowing through. This is on Maritime Drive, which if you think of where the aquarium is, across from the Mystic Aquarium, there's the West Marine shop. And then down the road, down what's known as Maritime Drive, takes you down to a bunch of different trail options, leading you here into the Pequotsepos Preserve and also into the Denison Pequotsepos Nature Center. So one is DPNC and one is Avalonia. I'm currently in Avalonia, but we will be crossing over into DPNC and actually into another property, the Denison Homestead. Essentially, they're all the same. It's not like there's like a gate or anything. You just kind of creates what's known as a greenway, creating this like connection between different properties or among different properties. So at this point, I think I'm just gonna rock over to the Quarry area, show that to you guys, where this large piece of granite would have been broken up into more manageable pieces, which would then be used to build structures, to build bridges, buildings. Not bridges like we would use today, but bridges like the one I just showed you guys. So it's just a little ways down. Show it to you guys, and then you can kind of see where those stones came from. Now, with that said, as is the case most places around here, this was all farmland. This was, obviously this was native land. That's the Pequotsepos connection. That's that connection to the native people of this area, but also the farmers coming in, building, kind of cultivating life. The Denison homestead, which I'm not going to go to in this video. The Denison homestead is, one of the oldest surviving parcels of property, homesteads, dating back to, I think, 1654. It's some history there. So, and I may link, recently made a video of the Denison burial ground, which is now feels like it's really far away from where I'm at right now, but when this land was being farmed, was just a far off piece of their property. But that the Denison burial ground is actually kind of on the corner of Route 1 and Route 27 near Angie's Pizza and 21 Rocks, I think it's called now. It's changed names a couple times. Used to be the Flood. So that was their burial ground. Now it's kind of cut off from this area by roadways. Those roads wouldn't have existed, or at least they would have been, different, carriage roads back in the day. But here's the Eddie's getting into something, smelling stuff over here, so he's holding me up. The quarry, which I can see off in the distance, can actually see in this area. There's like this intersection of trails, and they used the quarried stones, leftover quarried stones, to sort of create a little ornate trailway intersection, which is kind of cool. So here we can see a lot of the remnants of the quarry, and then I think I'll take you guys up there and get you a better view of it. So come around here, and this is one of a few of these quarries right in this location, but basically this whole hill, if you think of this whole hill here, beneath it is what we're seeing here, this kind of quarried out area. This quarried out area, this was all broken up for the purpose of building, different structures. So recently, back at the foundation, we saw the marks on the stones within the foundation, some of the spots. We can see here, this would have been a strategy, boring down into the stone to break it apart. So there's something to be learned there. I think it would be fun for us to investigate that. It would allow us to date both this area, but also get a better grip on a range of date for the foundation behind the high school, the cellar hole. Let's see, we'll go up a little bit more. A couple other spots to look at here. Along the trail. So here you can see broken up pieces just piled up as they quarried, as they worked this land. And this would have been done, and this wouldn't have been done with machinery. This would have been done, largely by hand. So you can see over here, another spot, bigger quarried out area. So this is in Mystic. Kind of cool. A lot of bird activity right now, a lot of bird migratory stuff going on, as we start to roll into spring. But I wanted to show this to you. Again, this is just one of the many ways that the early settlers of Stonington and of New England and, the United States, how they cultivated and worked with the land on which they settled. And in some cases, this location being one, you'd have an opportunity to quarry. I mean, I'm sure this was pretty lucrative, as it provided a resource that people would need increasingly. Stones from places like this, and throughout this area, actually going into Rhode Island, southern Rhode Island, there's a lot of granite deposits, and those granite deposits built, many of the state and town buildings, state government type buildings and town halls and things like that, libraries, public buildings, but also would be used by people who could afford to purchase this for construction of their homes, foundations, things like that, or stairways, entryways into homes. So I wanted to show this to you. Again, this is the Pequotsepos Preserve and Avalonia property that connects up with the Nature Center property, Mystic, Connecticut, pretty close by. And I don't know, we'll do some stuff with this. All right, we'll figure it out. All right, guys, have a great day.